In this video, we are talking all about how to negotiate a salary. I remember my first job out of grad school, and I was going for the interview, and my wife's uncle said, make sure you negotiate. And I was like, you can negotiate? He said, yeah, you can negotiate how much they pay you, all sorts of other things like, paying drive time or giving you a gas card or a car to use. My mind was blown. So the very first thing in negotiating a salary is to understand the job, understand the market, and understand where you fall in regards to competition. Sometimes when you're going for a new job, you just feel excited to get an offer. But the reality is you totally can negotiate your salary. One of the first tips is in the interview and in the follow-up, make sure you know your value and what you will bring to this company. If you're able to bring clients, if you're able to bring a financial increase, if you know your value, that is going to be essential to say, this is exactly what I bring to the company. And to be able to see that and understand it, that's going to help you be able to negotiate a higher salary. When you're negotiating your salary, I always recommend that you offer 25% more than what you actually want. So if you want to land at $100,000 a year, offer $125,000 a year. Then you give yourself some wiggle room and you can come down significantly. Now, if you think that that's going to just totally price you out of the market, you need to understand that too. But for most people, the initial offer is going to be way lower than what they're actually willing to pay you. The next tip I have is to look at additional perks. In that very first interview, when I was getting this job out of grad school, it was my first professional job. They offered me the salary. And I looked at it and I thought, that's lower than what I was hoping for. And they weren't able to wiggle on that. But then I said to them, you know what? It's an hour and a half drive to the location that you want me to be my primary place. I want all of my drive time to count as part of my 40 hours a week. As well, I said, I want to have a car that you give me to use so there's wear and tear on your car. And I want a gas card that's going to be able to pay for all of that gas. Now, they could have just said, I want you to drive down there on your own dime. That's where it's located. That's where you applied for. But they actually gave me all three of those things. So every week I got paid to sit and listen to things in the car on the drive down. And from the moment I left my house until the moment I got down there, that was all work time. It was great. It wasn't a great paying job, but it was a great stepping stone into the counseling world for me. Those perks like extra time off, extra salary, extra vacation days, being able to have different things that are part of that job are all things that you can negotiate. The last piece of advice I have for you is that if you don't like it, give yourself time. Tell them that you need a few days to really look at the offer and to think through it. Tell them that you want to be fully committed to this job and that you want to be able to give your whole heart into it and that you need some time to think through it because it isn't what you were hoping for. So by doing that, it's sort of like when you're buying a house, that then they start to maybe get a little antsy and maybe they'll throw something else in as well. So make them sweat a little bit. I just hope my team doesn't watch this. Hey, if you want more great tips like this and more, we've got a podcast, a blog over at practiceofthepractice.com. Tons of resources for you, small business, optimizing your time, being more creative, and living a life that you absolutely love. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.